All right, listen up. Flavored air is becoming the go-to alternative for anybody looking to break habits, and leading this movement is Fume. This is a nicotine-free, non-toxic device, and it's super easy to use. There's no battery. There's no vapor. There's not even anything to charge. Fume is sleek, it's high quality, and it's perfect for anybody looking to try something new while working on ditching some old habits. They got flavors like orange vanilla and crisp mint. There's no guilt. It's just pure flavor. Fume works in part because it helps to replace your hand-to-mouth fixation, calming tension through fidgeting. The holidays are here. This is a gift that people will love unboxing. Now here's the deal. Head to tryfume.com/Chael. Enter the promo code Chael, and they're going to send you, from me, a free Fume topper when you order a journey pack. And if you're lucky, you might even win one of their limited edition gold-plated devices this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Go to tryfume.com/Chael. Or if you want, just scan the QR code. I put it right there on the screen. You can make somebody's holiday great this year with Fume. All right, guys, I just got done. I'm just leaving a foundation fundraising event for Teddy Atlas Foundation. And it was awesome, man. Oh, my goodness. They had these 3 women in there called the Black Angels. You've heard of that? The Black Angels was a group of women that were called to action during the tuberculosis pandemic in the 1950s. And they all went, they made a pact, they were going to do this, they're going to help other people. And by the way, they knew surrounding themselves with people with tuberculosis was probably going to cost them their life, but they did it anyway. And of all the Black Angels, 3 of these ladies are still with us, and they came tonight. And that was just cool. And I get up there, and I had an unfortunate run-in with a tub of guts named Larry Holmes. Now, I'm looking to give Larry a pass because he's fried eggs. He was fried eggs back in the 80s when he mattered. You know what? I'm giving this a second thought. I'm going to let old Larry slide. I'm just going to move on with the story. I did see somebody else, though. I'm trying to impress you with a name drop, okay? And you guys know I will name drop. But I'm from West Lynn. We don't have... Right, if I meet somebody in real life that's been on the radio or they were on TV or something, you know, that's a big deal. That's a big deal for me. So I'm in line, I'm visiting with Ray Longo. Everything's going great. And Ray's got a guy with him. This dude's a hammer, 125 pounder. I got to save his name. There might be some news coming out on him. This guy's got like 3 belts to 3 different organizations. Everybody in the world wants him except the UFC. And when that's where he would like to be. So we're visiting about that, and that's a very common problem. Like, that has happened to a number of guys that go, "Hey man, I've done everything right, everything I've been told to do. Do you have any advice for me?" And first off, if you're the kind of guy that will meet a stranger, in this case Chael, in line at an event, bring that up and then make the ask of, "Will you help me?" The answer to that 100% of the time is yes. Yes, I will help you 100% of the time. But you'd be stunned how few people ask. And he told me, he said, "Man, I'm just not into talking trash. I'm undefeated." I want to say it was 9. I think it was 9-0. He said, I'm doing the stuff. I'm paying the price. He's a top training partner for Aljamain Sterling. Aljo's world champion and defending world championships. And he just said, I didn't really embrace that. And now here I am into my career. Can you give me some advice? So we're visiting, and I said to Coach Longo, we're behind this guy, and this guy's got a hat on. So the guy's kind of hard to recognize, but he looks good. He's a tall glass of water. He's real lean and fit. And then telling his age is difficult, man. He could have been 45. He could have been 75. You know, guys like that look real good. So I said, "Coach, who is that? Who's this guy right here with the hat on?" Guys, it was Michael Spinks. The last time I have seen Michael Spinks in a modern day situation was the 93 seconds that he and Mike Tyson were in the ring together. I was a 6th grader in Mrs. Iris. I was in Miss Iris's class at Wood Middle School when that fight took place. And 93 seconds. So I see the man, though. And this is not a big man. Now, Mike Tyson was not a big man. Mike Tyson in his prime at heavyweight, fighting guys up to the 285-pound limit. Mike Tyson weighed 220 pounds, but Spinks wasn't much. Spinks was right there. He was that 217, 218 back then, and it was kind of cool to see him. You know, Spinks had won everything you could win. A lot of people thought Spinks was going to win that fight. Just remind you from an amateur standpoint, Spinks was our Olympian. Leon Spinks won the Olympic gold medal. I don't know that Michael Spinks did, but I think he did. I think Michael and Leon had both won it. Mike had made the team. It was a big fight at the time. It had generated more money than any fight at the time. At the time, remember, it was the biggest boxing fight of all time, and that was true. And then not long after that, the biggest boxing fights is whoever lies the loudest, whoever lies the most. Like, there has never been anybody to ever confirm, whether it was Conor and Floyd, which begged for a rematch, and they didn't get one. Gee, I wonder why, because the numbers were bull. Whether it was Floyd and Manny, where the numbers were complete lies. If you want to be the biggest boxing fight of all time, they'll put you on SportsCenter. All you got to do is get to the top of Google, and all you got to do to get to the top of Google is put out a bigger lie than the person that lied before you. But at one point in time, Tyson versus Spinks was the biggest fight. So when I tell you I haven't seen Spinks since, I have read articles on Spinks. And it wasn't that many years ago, I read an article and it even showed him back from his amateur days at the Olympic Games. But these were old photos. Even if I've seen them recently, they were old photos. I have not seen anything modern day. Spinks is one guy that he was undefeated. Maybe I'm taking for granted you guys know about the Tyson fight. He was a champion. He moved up a weight class. Tyson was the champion of the weight class. Tyson had not lost at that point in his career ever, professionally. Spinks had not lost. Somebody's must go, that whole thing, and that storyline never doesn't work. Tyson put him down and finished the fight in the first round, but he put him down a total of 3 times. The man that had never lost, had never been knocked out, got put down 3 times. Don't forget, you're getting standing 8 counts. A standing 8 count is good for 13 seconds. Right? When you finally get counted out at 10, you've been out for about 13 and a half, 14 seconds. He was down 3 times, got these counts, and the whole match still only lasted 91 seconds. Now, I don't tease him for that. This was a crowning moment. And by the way, he walked away. He never even told anybody goodbye. And I thought it was a very cool thing to do. Rico Rodriguez did that in MMA. Sean Shirk, to this day, hasn't told anyone he's leaving. Sean Shirk walked out that door. He started a business in Minnesota. If I ever do anything in Minnesota and I could patron that business, I would love to do it. I just to visit with Sean. Awesome guy. Cut weight with him in the sauna before. He just said goodbye. Or I apologize. He just left. He didn't even say goodbye. Sean Shirk. It was great. But it was the same thing with Michael Spinks. He didn't tell anybody goodbye. And anyway, I guess I figured you guys might want a little bit of an update. I saw him tonight. He looked good. Larry Holmes, by the way, don't be upset with Larry. He's a big tub of guts. What difference does it make, right? We can put Larry at the head table. We can honor Larry. He doesn't know his name is Larry. I could have him play second base for the Yankees. Here, Larry, just go sit down there. And I'll tell people, hey, as you run around, step on him. What difference would it make? He wouldn't know. So I can't really be upset that he was rude to old Chael. Or can I?